3 days ago, Deb and I cut our hay out here. Yesterday I tedded it, and tedding it is taking the side that's down on the ground and turning it to the top so the sun can dry it out. We've had beautiful drying weather, low humidity, sunny, no rain chance, just a little bit of morning dew. And when I tedded it, it fluffed it up a lot and it started looking better, but I still don't think it's going to be 100 bales. We got 100 bales on probably half of what I cut a few days ago, but that was spring hay and it was a lot taller and thicker. It's going to be interesting to see how many bales we get today, but as I am raking it and windrowing it, see if you can figure out how many bales we get before we get to the end of the video. What I'm doing now is setting up this stop here, this hay stop. I think it's got a little wear mark, so I think we can get it the same width of windrow that we had this spring. And what we're trying to do is get a nice small windrow because the pickup on our mini round baler isn't very wide. So you don't want a wide row of hay and then leave, say, 6 inches of hay on either side that doesn't get picked up. But let's get out there and rake it into windrows and then hook the baler up and see what we end up with. So this is the first time I've used a rake with a quick hitch, and what I learned when I was tedding yesterday is that I put it down until I see this pin come out of this hook a little, because it's a free-floating rake. It doesn't need any down pressure, and I got all this extra weight here from the quick hitch that's ballast that is not needed to run this at all. So I'm going to go down this side. I'm going to try and get every piece of hay I can because I want to get as many bales as possible. So I'm going to go down this side, rake this way, and then come back towards the camera and rake that way and try and build a nice big pile. Put it down till that hook gets loose. 540 RPM. Let it rip, potato chip. Well guys, the camera overheated, so I couldn't catch all the windrows, but they're coming in thicker. And let's show you the reason why we're baling hay. Deb will take him out here in a minute, I'm sure. There he is. There's Chief. Midday is not as energetic as after his morning feeding and his afternoon feeding, but we've got his little pen set up here, and probably while we're baling, Deb will have him out. So when you windrow it, it stands up taller and it's looking like a bit more hay. And some of these windrows are pretty thick and tall. Like, I don't know about that one, but this one, or maybe that one, I probably should have separated into two, because the baler is only so wide and it only wants to take hay so tall. If the hay gets too tall, then it starts binding up underneath the tractor, and it may spread it before it gets to the baler. So you kind of want that perfect windrow, and if it starts getting too big, then you just split it in two. And that's really tall. There's the tractor, and you can see it won't fit up under the tractor. But we'll give it a shot. If it becomes, if we can't get it efficiently, then we'll re-rake it. But I'm going to split this one into 2 rows, because I know it's thick out there by that oak tree, so I'm going to split this one. I'm going to come back and clean it up because I can't have a windrow underneath that oak tree. So I'm going to push this row that way, and then I'll come back and push it back that way, because if I were to have come back and pushed it that way and did it twice, it would have ended up under that oak tree. So I'm going to come back and clean it up because I can't have a windrow underneath that oak tree. So I'm going to push this row that way, and then I'll come back and push it back that way, because if I were to have come back and pushed it that way and did it twice, it would have ended up under that oak tree. Now I'm going to pull it away from this oak tree, right there. And then when I come back, I'll push it to my left, your right a little bit. That'll give me room to bale. Now I'll push this row that way a little bit. Give me more space over here. See how narrow it is? Wait till I get there. See how far away it'll be. I'm pushing the whole row 5 feet. I love this rake. There you go. I got the baler hooked up, but I had to take the quick hitch off because the pins were too close together on the baler and it would have fell right through the quick hitch. So I took that off. I got the baler hooked up, but the battery's charged because it is electronically controlled, and I have a remote right here that kicks out the bale. And I've set this arm, and I double checked my shear bolt because on my last bale last year, I sheared my shear bolt because it kept making the bale bigger and bigger and it didn't kick it out. It's because I didn't have this arm set correctly. So the first couple of bales are always nail biters, but then after you get through that and remember how to operate the machine and everything, then you're good to go. Right now, I've got a Red Bull, so I can go see our Red Bull. And my wife laying down with the Red Bull.
You got your Red Bull, I got my Red Bull. My Red Bull's better than your Red Bull. It's certainly healthier.
Chief do anything interesting when you took him out?
Chief did nothing interesting when I took him out today. Chief wanted food and he wanted to chill. So this is him chewing his cud.
Which is chewing his cud.
Yeah, he's chewing his cud. We just like to give him a break until we get his pasture area. I mean, they're not super duper overly active all the time. So just bringing him out here and letting him lay down in the grass and in the shade and pick at grass and just get a breeze is nice for him. So.
All right, well, that's your Chief update. Let's go bale some hay. I'm always a little anxious till I get that first bale out, but I've got the pickup down out of the lock position. I need to lock that or secure that PTO shaft though. That's just the guard for it. It's mechanical and it's got its own hydraulic pump, so you don't really have to do anything except for hit the button when the alarm goes off. All right, guys, by now I should have shown you 3 bales perfectly wrapped, but I don't have a single bale wrapped correctly. And I was getting frustrated because this baler has been flawless until my last bale this summer, and I sheared a bolt. And I thought I reset the baler properly, but apparently I didn't because I just called Tractor Tools Direct, and they are a great sponsor of the channel. Jason answered the phone, and I said, Jason, I said, I'm at my wit's end. And we talked through what was going on, and he said, is the arm reset? And I said, yeah, I reset the arm. I said, I think I even said so on the video. And I go, but I'm out here, I'm frustrated. Just walk me through the process. And so we did. I dropped the arm, I picked it up, and he goes, all right, pick it up further till it clicks and then push it down to the 1 o'clock position. And I go, oh, I didn't do that. And he said, yeah, he goes, you should be good to go now. So we're going to film this one. I just got off the phone with Jason and we set the arm up properly and we should get a good bale. Now, it's still making a bale. It's baling fine. I just couldn't get it to wrap. All right, let's see if it'll wrap now. Yes, a perfectly wrapped bale, 100% my fault. I didn't have that arm set properly. good to go now. Thanks, Jason.
Somebody woke up and wonders where I'm going. See how the rest of this goes and how long it takes and how smooth it is with a cow and a dog and Brad on the tractor. What could go wrong? Not sure why we've stopped. Oh, no way, there another one that quick? Wow, that was fast. I'm surprised. I was afraid he was having problems, but that just seemed quick for a second bale already. No way. Gosh, that just seems really fast to me. There it goes. No, stay, Bella. Yep, it wrapped. All right. That was working correctly. He'll go pick up what the baler didn't pick up on that first row. Yeah, that's much cleaner. It's always an adjustment, right? When you first do something after you haven't used it for a few months. Adjustment to the equipment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bales, just literally a couple minutes. He did get bale number 6, but it wasn't until down here. But yeah, it's cleaning up so much better now. We'll just follow it around like a puppy. We'll follow it like Chief follows me in the pasture. It's the cutest thing ever. Chief's the cutest thing ever. He and Bella. Uh-oh, here we go. Oh, maybe here we don't go. I don't know if it's not wrapping correctly. There it goes. The arm comes up. Comes. Whoop. Just like that. Another bale. Onward and upward. When it's dialed in, it's quick. The alarm is a lot quieter than it's been in the past. Or it's not sounding off. Normally you could hear from 3 pastures away. Oh yeah. Apparently it feels good. You tried to ever roll in the hay? Maybe it feels good to us too. It's working well now. That's good. He was not going to be happy if he had to wait another night and then this was going to get wet and then he would have to re-ted it. We honestly probably already have enough hay to last us because Chief and his soon-to-be sister are tiny and they're not going to be big for years yet. So I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think 11 bales of hay for these 2 critters is going to go a long way. I'm just guessing. I don't know. They're mini cows. They're babies. How much could they eat? But yeah, this is going to create more than enough hay that we need for our 2 critters. We like sharing it with the neighbors, but it's pretty satisfying to be able to provide hay for your own animals. It looks like these short rows all produce like 3 bales apiece. So if those rows are thicker, then, and that is twice as long, maybe this will produce 12 bales. And Brad started on this row, got 2 bales, 3 bales. Oh, it's not gonna, I'd hoped he'd get 12 out of these because it seemed thicker, but that's not gonna happen. But what he also does is he goes back in these little areas that are wider than the baler was. He goes back and cleans those up and gets at least another bale out of that when he does that. So 1, 2, 3, getting ready to have bale number 4 from this row. There she goes. Got that much left. We think 2 2 more bales before he comes back and cleans it up. Speaking of cleaning it up, my job is to get the bales off the track so he can come back and clean it up. And then of course my job will also be to help load them and then unload them. The baler's awesome, but just our rows get a little bit wider than the baler can pick up. Easy fix though. And again, we're doing this small acreage, we're doing it for ourselves. So running over it again is no big deal. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I don't know. I'd hope for 12 bales. We're not gonna get 12, but we got 7. Did you think he was gonna get 7 bales up to this point? Did you think it was gonna be more or less? He might get 10 out of this. Yeah, he's watching that indicator. When that indicator comes up, he knows to wrap it. When the alarm goes off, it is loud. It'll scare the bejeebers out of you. Now he'll come back and pick up, get at least 1 more bale out of what's left. Trying to make sure I get him far enough away from where he's got to clean up. A lot quicker when he's cleaning up. This is how smart my cow is. I keep moving the pen so he has shade, and it's late afternoon. It's late. It's like 4:30. But I kept moving the pen so he'd have more shade. Well, while I was doing that last bit, the sun moved a little bit more. He's got a little shade. So he went to the shade of his little ball. So cute. And Brad's still cleaning up. But folks, we have not been baling that long. I mean, minutes. And we've already got half of what we need to do done. Not as much as we thought we were going to have, but again, plenty more than we're going to need. So sometimes that doesn't fall in there. So you got to shut off the PTO and put it in yourself. Key shutting off the PTO. There she goes. Wrap. There's a fluffy row over there. Maybe it'll yield more. Got another one coming out. And I got hay bales to move.
And I just ran out of twine. Everything's been working great since I got that reset from Jason. Luckily I have 2, so this summer we went and got twine from a local store, and twine is always sold in double rolls, or at least every time I've seen it. So luckily we have our second roll. All I have to do is remember how it got threaded. I think it'll come back to me. Just threw a whole bunch of places here, but I think I'm threading it properly. What are the chances I got that correct? Let's give it a shot. If you remember when I was raking, I said that you got to have narrow, tight rows, and I guess I didn't get them tight and narrow enough, and also my hay stop moved on me. So in the middle of raking, I had to fix that, and some of these rows got a little wider than they should have. So Deb is going along and moving the bales so I can go back through and pick up all the loose hay, and I shouldn't have to do that. If you look here, you'll see there's a little bit of hay on the right and a little bit of hay on the left, and it's not too bad, but we're trying to get as much yield as possible. There's no sense for it to go to waste. So it's one of those things that if you don't do it a whole bunch of times, you don't develop the muscle memory. And with, you know, 6 months in between baling, or 4 months or whatever, I just forgot, you know, how tight I had to get those rows. So live and learn. Hopefully I'll watch my own videos and I'll do tighter rows next summer. Okay guys, it's 6 o'clock. The sun has set officially, but we still got a little bit of light left here to pick up these bales of hay. You've been watching me bale. Look across here. Deb and I have done like a loose count, and we think, well, we both came up with the same number once, but not every time. But put your guess down below in the comments, and at the very end of the video, when we're playing some time lapse of us picking up these bales, we'll tell you how many bales are out here. It's a good yield, and we're happy. But we'll also be happy when it's done and it's put up, because we just had to configure the shed. But that'll wrap it up for today's video. We appreciate you guys watching as always. Please click that like button and subscribe if you haven't. What are you waiting for? It's 100% free. But until next time, y'all take care out there. And remember, life's short, tractor hard.
Be kind.
And what else?
Watch these 2 videos.
And watch these 2 videos right here, because they're totally awesome. Take care, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.